Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Jeremy.
Nice to meet you.
Are you saying then that transgender people do not exist?
Correct.
There's no such thing as gender dysphoria?
There is such a thing as gender dysphoria,
Uh-huh.
or we could call it sex dysphoria, I suppose. I just don't like the word gender. But it's
Okay.
distress. It's distress with your sex. But when you look at the kids who have gender dysphoria, they don't have just that. The Tavistock here in the UK at the NHS,
Yeah.
they had 35% of the kids out of a sample of 1,069 had moderate to severe autism. A majority of these kids had sexual abuse. A majority of these kids had one parent who was not in the picture.
Okay. So let's take this back a bit.
So gender dysphoria does not mean transgender, right?
I think what interests me here is that I would disagree with you about the gender issue. I believe gender is separate to sex. I think the science, the research that is going into that, I think over time, with the greatest of respect, I think you're going to be on the wrong side of history. But we'll see. However, what I am interested in is about this side of it, because I think gender dysphoria is something that happens within to young people.
I'm not denying that people have distress with
and
their
it's
sex.
something that needs the problem I see with a very black and white view of whether this exists or is a real thing, or whether sex and gender are the same or different, is for sure some people who say they may be a trans or they're different sex, different gender, however you want to put it, yeah, sure, they are gonna. That's not going to be the case for them. And if they're a child, it's a serious thing, for sure. I agree with that. But some people are. Some people have serious, go through a serious set of situations for many, many years, and only sort it out when they go through the right therapy and the right support, and maybe transition. Not all the time, but maybe transition. With children, I think the problem is that this shuts down. A bit like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when people were saying, oh, gay people don't exist. Oh, it's just let them choose to be gay when they're 18.
Is anyone saying that?
Sorry?
I don't think anyone was saying that 30 or 40 years ago.
Absolutely.
Some people were saying they didn't like it, but no one was saying they didn't exist.
Absolutely.
I'm 50 years old, no one was saying that.
Oh, I'm older than you, and they were saying it. Homophobia was rampant when I was
I've never heard anyone say gay people don't exist.
What they were saying is you can't. It's not a genetic thing. It's a lifestyle choice.
It's not a genetic thing.
And that you choose to be gay, and that you're not born gay. That's what people were saying for many years.
Yeah, and some people still say that.
Some people still say that. But
truthfully, we don't know the cause of it, but it's not a genetic thing.
My point is that in so doing, it shut down the conversation. It shut down the support options for young people that were questioning things seriously and didn't know their place, couldn't work it out, and had nowhere to turn to. And this is what's happening here. Now,
okay,
I'm
so
with you.
Let's just slow down for 1 second here, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I don't like conflating gay with trans.
No, I'm not conflating.
I'm just going to go on to another point here.
I'm just saying that when homophobia was far more rampant, when it was accepted, when it was a casual part of everyday life, it stopped a lot of people being able to access support and help and understand their situation.
Okay, but here's the issue with this. That's a separate issue. Let's stay focused on the trans issue. Because this is an emotional argument that the left often uses. They say, well, you have this opinion. Look at all the homophobia that existed. I'm not talking about homophobia. Yes, there was homophobia. But when it comes to homosexuality, I can define what homosexual is. They're same-sex attracted. You can like it, you can not like it, whatever. They're same-sex attracted. Nobody can deny that. You can put a gay man in an MRI machine and show him gay porn, and the parts of his brain associated with sexual arousal will light up, and they won't for straight porn. This is a scientifically provable thing, and it's easily definable. What is a transgender person?
What is a transgender person? Somebody who identifies with a gender different to the stereotype that would match their biological sex.
Okay, so that was a little bit of a circular definition because we use gender in there, but you hit on a very important thing.
That's because you don't view gender and sex as different. And
Well, so what's gender?
Gender is an identification. Gender is based on stereotypes.
So it's based on stereotypes.
It's based on, you've got no idea what gender I am. If you look, you might say I'm a guy, but you've got no idea what's going on down between my legs. You've got no idea what my biology is.
You're right. I don't want to know what's going on between your legs.
And I'm not asking for you to look, but I'm just saying that
But this is the important point here. Stereotypes. So if you don't conform to stereotypes, now you're a woman?
No, I think it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter. I think that if we 300 years ago, the people around here, the men had wigs on. They had they were wearing.
Okay, but I just want to really get like laser focused here, if I may, and it might be annoying.
Yeah.
But you nailed it with the stereotype thing. So now, if you don't conform to traditionally male stereotypes, that means you have a female gender?
It doesn't mean I'm female per se, because I don't know what it's a mental it's a mental condition. No, I'm not talking about
based on stereotypes though.
I'm not saying it's a mental illness or a mental issue. I'm saying that's how your brain's wired, which is not necessarily the same as how your
But
how
it
your
is based on
biology's wired.
stereotypes.
Yeah,
And
but
so
if-
here's the
but
problem
if
with
I
that,
was-
because if I talk to
If I
may finish real quick.
Sorry, yeah.
If I talk to every leftist in the world and I say we shouldn't put kids in some stereotypical box, there's no right or wrong way to be a boy or a girl. They all agree. Stereotypes don't define us, they'll say. But now we have a girl who doesn't conform to stereotypes, and they want to block her puberty
I think
and say that she's trans.
I think you're cherry picking people that are sitting quite extreme, and I would accept.
So what is it that makes a girl a boy?
I would accept that there are, this is a spectrum of viewpoint, and at some point it does become, I would agree with you, an ideology.
I mean, you're the one that brought up the stereotypes, just to be clear, right? And you're right. You're absolutely right. But I want to understand, in this ideology, what is it that makes a girl a boy? We should be able to define that. Because if we're going to give kids puberty-blocking drugs, if we're going to give them cross-sex hormones and surgeries...
We make up, if we're talking about how someone presents, we make that up as a society.
No, we don't.
Make that up as, we do, we make it up as culture. We do, because like I say, 300 years ago, the guys walking around here, who were in the House of Lords, were far more effeminate looking. That didn't make them women.
Well, they still wear the wigs.
Well, they do now, yeah. The justices of the peace and the people in laws, they still wear wigs. You're right, but that doesn't make them women. Doesn't make them female. That's not what we're talking about.
Correct. What makes them male or female is the gametes they produce.
We're talking about something, and I'm not an expert. I'm not, I'm a software engineer, not a biologist.
Yeah. So what's gender? I guess is the ultimate question.
But in my
but we got to get answers to these questions because they're so important. It's so important to be able to find these things. Because people are coming to irreversible harm, and not just kids, they're doing it to young adults.
You're not prepared to accept that gender could be something other than absolutely one-to-one match with your biological.
I'm going to smash heads into the pavement.
Oh no!
Right, mate? Okay.
Exactly where they're meant to be smashed.
I don't think that's the best idea.
I know what you're saying.
I like your shirt. That was a great show.
Yeah. You want to see my other fucking shirt and all, mate? Yeah, there you fucking have that, man.
All right.
You cocksucker.
Oh, come on now.
You cocksucker.
Where are you from?
Hell.
I'm from Canada.
Well, that's me.
Some people say those are synonymous.
I don't want to be around this guy. I'm gonna
all right.
Anyway,
Nice talking to you.
I appreciate it. Please don't kick my bike, mate.
Oh, fucking hit me then.
I'm not gonna hit you.
No, we want peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Fathead, you ass.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, you donkey.
Yeah.
All right.
So really
if you get an idea of what gender is, though, I'd like to hear it.
No. I've told you what I think.
I'm not.
Gender.
I'm not
what I think gender is.
You never could give me a definition.
You said it goes
You told me it was stereotypes.
Puberty blockers.
And I agree.
It's bang out of
We're not
line.
there. Anyway, nice to speak to you.
It's bang out of line.
Pleasure. Thank you.
It's slap bang, slap, slap. bang! Fucking out alive!
Hello, how are you?